right, thank you very much for staying tuned. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of God's own state. Monday edition, right here, being the second Monday in the month of August 2021. Of course, it is still part of our morning show, the one we call Morning Spies on the Flow of God's own state. Let's look at the conflicting court judgments or court injunctions on the APC World Congress that took place some weeks ago. There are still ripple effects from that Congress that took place, especially the one in Abia State. That will be our focus for today. Of course, on the platform on Flow 94.9 FM, we look at the legal perspective of this particular struggle. Interesting. I have joining me in the studio Barrister Undubuka Ugochukwu Roland. Barrister is a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Abia State. Barrister, glad to have you join us. Good morning to you and welcome to the platform on Flow FM.
Good morning, listeners.
All right, interesting. It's the first time having you in the studio, and I'm happy because you're a barrister. You help us look into the nitty-gritty, especially the legal perspective of this particular issue. Of course, talking about the Congress that took place in Abia State concerning your party. Are you aware of the court injunction that was obtained by the Azikiwe faction? That's what I call it, Donatus Wampa led executive, barring the national body from admitting or collecting or adopting any list from that particular Congress that took place, conducted by the other side. I'm talking about the Zwakoli side.
If I send the injunction, read it to know what is contained therein.
Okay.
But before then, there was also an order by a High Court of Abia State from Omonochi. That order was made on the 29th day of July.
29th of July.
Yes, before the Congress.
Before the Congress.
Yes.
Okay.
Mandating the National Caucus, mandating APC and the Congress, those delegates from the Congress, to conduct the Congress in Abia State. That order has not been set aside. So
that's very confusing. These are conflicting.
That order came first.
Okay.
It was dated 29th of July. So any other order you're getting from a court of coordinate jurisdiction within the state amounts to a nullity, and it's an abuse of court process.
Okay, when we have conflicting court orders like this, how do we go about it? Which one holds and which one can we say we can do without?
Well, they say the first in equity, the first in time prevails. There is no way another will come on the 29th, and on the 4th of August, after the Congress, another order is coming up to nullify, set aside, or asking the national body not to accept.
This is not the first time we're having issues like this, not only in Abia State, and also not only in your party APC, where we have conflicting court orders, even at the national headquarters of your party. That's happened even at the other side, the umbrella FC, like I do call them, the PDP. There have been numerous conflicting court orders.
Yes.
What can we do to stop this abuse of court processes in the country? You're a barrister, and I don't think it's presents any sanity, especially as far as this arm of government is concerned.
In the first place, I will blame those who are playing the games. It is not the court, because the court at somewhere at Abia South may not know what is happening at Umunochi. The truth is that when an order is made restraining a party from carrying out a particular thing, that order can only be set aside by a higher court, not a court of coordinate jurisdiction.
On the same level,
in the instant case, yes. There are two high courts operating within the state, even though they are in different judicial divisions. But that order made on the 29th day of July came first, and which was adjourned to the 20th of August. Coming up on the 20th of August. So any other order you're getting from another high court on the same issue amounts to abuse of court process.
Has the National Working Committee accepted any list from
That is
many
why,
of the factions
that is
in
why
the
I
state?
blame members of my party by coming out in public to doing one or two things. You should allow the national party to decide. And in fact, even the internal mechanism should be resorted to, because even the party constitution said you must resort to the party. Let the party look at it internally, and after looking at it internally, you can now, if you are not satisfied, you can now go to court. These things are not done. We just rush to court, get an order, restrain the party. And now let me ask, if you are getting an order on the 4th of August restraining the party from accepting results made on the 31st of July, when the actions or the events has taken place, can an interim order be made to restrain or stop an action that has taken effect? No. It amounts to a nullity. You cannot. So, by saying there's an order or yes, there are conflicting orders.
Okay.
But the order that came first takes precedence.
Okay, let's look at the legality of some of the factions in your party. I'm sure you're aware that there is Donatus Wampa. I'm sure you're aware that there is Mazi Enyihabo.
Yes.
These are some of the issues I believe as a barrister you should be, and a member of the party, you should be able to give a legal direction, because you're learned as far as things are concerned, a legal direction to the chieftains of the party so as to avoid an implosion, so as to avoid these current internal wranglings. Have you advised, and what is your advice?
Now let us go back to the drawing board. In APC, I think High Chief Ikeche Menike is one of the founding fathers of APC. And he opened APC office first in Abia State. That office at Osakole Road was the first office established in this state. Yes, I agree. When big wigs like Hojus Okalo, Uche Oga, and the rest of them moved from PDP to APC, APC had an influx of bigwigs who came into the party. Well, congresses were held, elections were held. The National Party recognized that of Azikiwe faction, while that of Osakole Road, led by High Chief Ikeche Menike, was asked to be patient. And he was patient. Now, if you ask me, from when this office has been established up till now, APC have not made any headway in the state. We have not even won any single local government election in the state. Well, that office has been there. Now, the question is this. If the national, I'm sorry, this thing ought to be an internal problem.
Yeah, it's already in the public.
So,
and I'm sure,
I blame ourselves for
I'm sure members of your party will like to have an idea of what is happening, so as to have direction on what to do in the nearest future.
Now that the National Party has conducted Congress and gone back, I think we should wait for the national body to decide before going to court. We should be able to wait for them and not continue to fight in public. It is not good for the party, and it's not good for any of us.
If you say we should, or your party should wait,
yes,
for the national, the Abia State chapter,
the Abia State chapter
should
yes.
wait for the national body. In a situation, the national body has been quiet even before the conduct of
yes.
this Congress. There has been issues.
They have not been quiet.
Honorable Sonny Goli came in. One faction said Honorable Sonny Goli has been declared wanted. They couldn't find him, whereas Honorable Sonny Goli was somewhere conducting the World Congress.
Yes.
He was seen by journalists in the States.
Yes. Yes.
So in the midst of all this, can't the national body come out to say this is our position, so as to douse the tension, and the party will have a direction?
Honorable Sonny Goli was sent by the national, and he came here on a national assignment. Does that mean that he will go to their respective houses to fish them out, to address them? And considering the situation on ground, the security situation on ground, do you think he will keep moving about? He has told them where he's coming and his purpose of coming, and everybody knows. He has come, conducted the World Congress, and has gone back. So what do you expect from us? We should wait for the national to act. Do we act before the national? And that is the reason why I said we should be calm. And a situation where you come and say, I am suspending this person and I'm suspending the other person, it is uncalled for. We should remain calm and wait for the national to take decisions. Okay. If they say that what has been done, that they don't want it, well, I advocate that we should even be talking about reconciling the internal wranglings, getting all the parties. Many people feel aggrieved. And if the national sees what is on ground and they take a decisive step to correct one or two anomalies,
okay,
you can't blame them. It is the national that takes decisions. When you feel that their decisions, you don't like it, you can approach the court. But you must exhaust internal remedy as contained in the party constitution.
Okay, we've been speaking with Barrister Ndubuka Ugochukwu Roland. He's a legal practitioner and also an APC chieftain in Abia State, and we're looking at the conflicting court judgments on APC World Congress, looking at the legal perspective to these judgments, injunctions by court of coordinate jurisdictions, of course, a high court from another judicial council, high court from different judicial councils, or anyways. And okay, let's take a look at, you mentioned that since the Azikiwe side of APC in the state has been holding on to controlling the affairs of APC in Abia State, there has not been a headway. You cited an example this morning on the program talking about the local government elections,
yes,
in the state.
Yes.
What about having a senatorial district? Someone from APC winning a senatorial seat, is that not a huge one? Someone winning a representative, not someone, you have more than one person in charge of representative seats in the state. Is that not a huge move, looking at where APC is coming from?
Are you saying
Abia
that
State?
APC as a national party can only have one senatorial seat in the federal, when I am sure that members of APC are higher in number than that of PDP? Look at what happened in the last. Yes, I am pretty sure.
PDP has been in power for.
Yes, they have been in power, and we know how they have been.
I don't know how many years right now in Abia State.
Yes, we know.
The leading party in the state with presenting a governor. Don't you think that will be?
APC have membership, huge membership in the state. It is just that we are not doing what is right,
which is
not carrying people along and allowing the core APC members to vie for elective positions. The party is sleeping.
Is that not
into hibernation?
Is it not segregation if you say core APC members?
Yes.
And meaning there will be non-core APC members. No, there are non-core APC members.
Have you even heard comments that there are members of APC who are APC in the day and PDP in the night? With what the antecedents of what is going on in the party internally, one will begin to wonder. I am a good example of what has happened in APC. I vied for the last chairmanship election in Umuahia North local government, and a civil servant, a serving civil servant, was used to shortchange me. And when I complained, nothing happened. I even had to go and obtain a letter from the head of service and told my party this person is still a civil servant, and nothing happened. I even appeared before the appeal panel, and one thing they told me is that I should know that the powers that be are behind her. So when you talk like this and when you begin to see things like this in a party, does that make that party to move forward? we have a lot of problems. I will even appeal to my people. You have to calm down, reconcile issues. If they say Ikechi Emenike is leading the party, we queue behind him. He has been a founding member.
We'll take a break now. When we return, we're going to throw the lines open. We have less than 5 minutes to wrap up this conversation on the platform. The pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM, Monday edition. At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business. High-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house. All right, thank you very much for staying tuned. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on the Flow of God's own state. Flow 94.9 FM. I have been speaking with Barrister Undubuka Ugochukwu Roland, a member of the APC in Abia State, of course, a legal practitioner, and we've been looking at the conflicting court judgments on APC World Congress in the state, the factionalization of the party as a leadership in the state, and the way forward. Of course, joining in the conversation by calling 0808 182 6949 0811 605 2949. Also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
My name is Enoch Ekuru, a native of Open Sulu, in Nikalanga, North Local Government Area of the state.
You're welcome.
Thank you. The establishment and signing the Diaspora Commission into law are steps in the right direction. I commend the governor, the State House of Assembly, and all who are involved in establishing and signing it into law. I advise that there be no politicization of it for its maximum benefit to the intended audience, and that the diasporans may see more reason to keep up the support of it. I also advise let there be short-term checks and balances so that any ill activities going on, such as misappropriation of funds, politicization or injustice, may be detected early enough and be properly addressed.
All right.
For the sustainability of the commission.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. That was during the first part of the program this morning. We discussed the Diaspora Commission. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
This is my second version of the story. I'm Mr. Swago Franco from Omonachogo.
You're welcome, Mr. Oswago.
Mike, is the barrister there?
Yes, barrister is here.
Barrister, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you so much. Barrister, please, I'd like to ask you one or two questions. One, Barrister, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm Mr. Oswago, quickly.
All right, please, on what dispensation in the entire universe a party has two secretaries in a particular state? Have you seen it? Secondly,
can you take your first question again, Mr. Oswago?
Take your first.
Where on earth have you seen a party with two secretaries in a state? Then, secondly, where on earth have you seen a party sending each nomination form? One in the bank, secondly from the secretary. We are telling us that we don't have any fashion, but here now we have two things. Is it done in a democratic setup? These are my questions. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for your take. Let's take this so that Barrister will answer your questions this morning on the platform. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome, Radio Senator.
Yeah, no, this is Lawman.
Okay, Lawman the Prophet. All right, Lawman.
Good morning, our barrister in the house.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Lawman the Prophet. This conflicting court judgment, I don't know why it is so. I don't know what is happening with our judges these days. And I pray that God will reform the judicial system of this country. But I want to tell you people, do you know why there is problem in everything? It's because there are some people who don't hear their name until when it is time for election time, when it is they start manifesting. And once they start manifesting, you start seeing them making progress. And that is why you don't see them having foundation, this foundation, but you go to other places, this person foundation, this person foundation. So what I am just telling them, let them sit their thoughts and make sure be a competition. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on Flow FM.
Michael, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister in the house.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, Michael, before I comment on this...
Your name, please.
My name is Wakochi. Before I comment on this APC Buhari in Abia State, I want to commend Governor Tevi for signing this diaspora bill commission into law. And at the same time, the Abia State House of Assembly for understanding the need for Abians in diaspora to contribute to the growth and the development of Abia State. I say kudos to them. And also, Mrs. Ngozi Ronzo, for our new appointment as executive secretary of that particular commission. I say, thank God, other states will continue to move forward through the grace of God. Now, about APC Buhari, it's very unfortunate that the APC first will always tell you that there are no fashions. Even when it's over glaring, even the fashion, they will tell you there is no fashion. It's very unfortunate. I now want to ask, if Sir Ikechi Emenike brought this to others, why can't they give whom honor is due to? Respect Sir Ikechi Emenike and give him whatsoever that belongs to him, whatever that is his right in APC political party. Instead of all these, their internal rankings.
We need to allow Barrister answer the first caller talking about the issue of APC secretariat, because our time is fast spent and to step out of the studio already.
Yes, the answer I'll give you, the person who is talking about factions, the one which is the right office. Look, let me tell you, it is not for me to tell you here in the studio. It is the national party that knows the right faction. If you think there is faction in APC, whichever way the national party, which office the national party takes as the right office, that is the office we should follow.
Okay.
And that will tell you from when they came here, what was done, how it was conducted. It was fair, free, and credible Congress elections that was held. Whichever way, whichever line the national takes is a line we will follow, and every other person must follow suit.
All right.
That is my advice to the party.
All right. Barrister, I want to really appreciate you for your time this morning on the platform. Thank you very much for joining us on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM. We do appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
And we will return to you as far as developments are concerned in your party, the APC, especially in Abia State. Thank you very much. And many thanks to my producer, Samson Eze, and the guys behind the visuals on our Facebook page, Solomon and Stanley. Do enjoy the rest of your day. It is Flow 94.9 FM. My name is Michael Oni.